Hello, welcome to Northwest Connection podcast. This is a bonus episode, and we're stepping back into the world of pure rock and roll magic. Our presenter Seb is the mastermind behind Roll Circus, a set of gigs that has brought the spirits of the legendary 1968 Rock and Roll Circus into the modern age. Hi guys.
Hello.
So we've got a group of musicians from the local area. Would you like to introduce yourselves and what band you're in?
I'm Luke and I'm the guitarist from RoomTwo.
I'm Seb and I'm the drummer from Brother.
I'm Tom and I'm the singer-guitarist from Brother also.
I'm Andrew and I'm the guitarist and singer from Red Clogs.
Thanks for coming down.
And I'm Adam from King Lion.
How was the journey?
Long.
Oh.
Just long.
So you don't even know which direction you came from, do you?
Manchester? Questions on you, actually.
I thought you said you were from Harrogate way.
Wait, no, he is. He is from Harrogate. How do you know that?
He is, I am.
You should know this.
No, I
as soon
should
as
know
you are
that.
him.
I don't know his postcode or address. Just from that area.
So there's 4 bands on the bill. We've got RoomTwo, we've got Brother, we've got King Liar, and we've got Red Clogs. It's quite an eclectic mix.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, I spend my life on Instagram through the Brother account just looking at bands from the local area, and I think collectively you see a good sort of mix of talent around this area, but also bands that are sort of similar to what you're doing but in their own style. I mean, everyone you can knock on the door about the amount of genres that are different between the bands that are playing, but I just feel like there's a bit of everything for everyone with this gig.
Yeah.
And everyone's at the top of the game and not getting enough credit for what they are doing, which is why it's like play together, support each other, make a big event out of it.
So you played Wigan the other week, but now the next gig is at Manchester Academy.
Yeah.
And there's no headliner as such.
I mean, it's one of those, isn't it? Like, there's always a person that plays first, there's always a person that plays last, but the way we try to orchestrate it from our band's perspective is that it's 4 headliners. Realistically, everyone headlines their own shows, so it's not this whole approach of we're better than you, you're less than us sort of thing. It's like collectively across the board, there's a lot of respect for 4 bands that are playing, and I can't speak for all the other bands, but me and our band looking at all these other bands, it's like so good.
I think the premise basically is that any one of the bands could be the headliner in their own right, and there isn't really a support.
Definitive. Yeah.
Well, you put together a right smorgasbord, haven't you?
Oh, that's great. It's genuinely great.
Styles, yeah.
It is just coming from Wigan as well. It's like
that's what it's about. I think it's like if you appreciate the local bands, you listen to. I mean, I've been to sort of everyone's individual gigs. It's great. I mean, just being able to understand all the different genres that are coming out of one little area. Why not just hodgepodge it together and make a big gig out of it in a really good venue?
Have you all played the Academy before, or?
No, we haven't. We haven't played in Manchester before.
Oh, you've never RoomTwo've never been out to Manchester?
No, debut.
Oh,
that's great.
It's a big gig for a debut out in there in Manchester, isn't it?
What a venue to debut
yeah,
in
it's
Manchester.
a great
as well.
venue as well.
I played there when I was 15 years old.
Oh wow!
So, like 7 years ago now. I played there when I was 15 and did it again a few years later with the same band. And the sound is ace and the lights are so bright. It seems like it's full.
Because I think with like the original Rock and Roll Circus, it was like a group of bands. Wasn't necessarily like an indie gig or a rock and roll gig, was it? It was a bit of everything.
It was a bit of, I've got it on DVD and all. It's like it's all the big acts from the time, but they like proper leaned into the whole circus theme with people dressing up like.
We're not seeing any of that.
We're not going.
Tom doesn't know, but I've got a costume.
Yeah, I've just decided I won't be going.
But we are following that sort of same route. we've got like decor that we're covering the space with balloons on stage.
Oh.
This is new to you guys, I know. But shit, I've just given it away.
I might sup a bit of that helium before we go on.
But there's no costumes, there's no dressing up. It is very much like fitting the space according to the circus sort of gig, because we want to make a thing out of it.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we've called it a circus, so we have to deliver some kind of.
I think Jordan still has his gorilla suit. You know, used to
Nice.
yeah, in
Really part of a circus.
well, you know,
Can be.
I can see if
Can
he
be.
can switch it out for a lion, but it's a bit. I think it's a bit sweaty.
Luke's going to be the tamer on that one.
Oh well, you're the ringleader. You know, so what kind of props are we talking about?
So we've got wall hangings, we've got
Tightrope.
balloons on stage. Wall hangings are massive. They're probably bigger than the cushions on the side of the wall. We've got like a door sort of covering that's got like proper circus tassels and stuff. I mean, I'm saying this to Tom, he's looking at me from the budget perspective, being like, "That's just, are we going to afford that?"
The thing is, as well, is that we had grander designs for it, but the venue are very like picky over what they allow.
Yeah, restricted.
Because you've got like they need to make sure that it's not going to set on fire and stuff. So they were very like they
it's
they
taken
would
a
let
long
us have a
time
lot
to-
of stuff.
Right.
would they?
Yeah, it's taken a long time to try and get the sort of green light on a lot of stuff, but I just think that like going the extra mile with bands, extra mile with decor, Mad Friday. It's sort of tick really.
Has it taken you a long time to actually come up with it and plan it?
I mean, in ways it's been I wouldn't say difficult. It's just been managing expectations for myself, which I'm sure Tom can appreciate as well. I've been like, oh, we could do this and we could do that. That's the difficulty. I think is trying to. I suppose sell the message of it. It's very much trying to make it look the part as well as we'll all hear the part of it. It's going to sound amazing when everyone's there, but trying to get people on board with trying to sell that to the populace is hard when you're for sort of relatively unknown bands, but really sort of doing very good stuff within your local area.
Yeah.
So trying to get people to be like, you need to see these bands before they go on to do better things, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And like you were saying, it's based on when was the original gig?
68.
1968. Yeah, it's like this thing from 50 years ago. No, but it's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Because bands tend to group together a bit, don't they, and keep it
Well,
safe.
they did.
and-
I don't feel like they do as much anymore. I mean, not to chuck any specific bands under the bus, but I was watching a gig last night, and the support act for this touring Canadian band, people will be able to work that out now. The supporting band, I think they were local, and I really enjoyed the set. Genuinely enjoyed it. Went into the merch queue afterwards, and the lead singer was stood there, and I only noticed as I sort of joined the queue, and I turned and went, "Oh, really enjoyed your set, mate." And he was on his phone. He just went, "Oh, cheers, pal." And put his head down, and I just thought, "You've lost me there.
Yeah.
You've lost
Yeah.
me." And
You've
I
made
just,
all that effort to go down and watch his band.
and I feel like that. I mean, it's very much the type of person I am. Is if you enjoy something, fucking tell people you enjoy it. Like I enjoy Red Clogs, I enjoy King Lion, enjoy RoomTwo. Why would I not want to support those? I don't know whether that's maybe just the sort of the nice side of me, or even the acting side of me from being an actor myself. But like support good things. It's not always about competition. It's about being supportive. There's no harm in supporting people around you. Do you know what I
And
mean?
were you all on board when it was mentioned? Was it like, Red Clogs and RoomTwo? Did you think?
Well, they asked us and we said yes.
Simple as that.
It's simple, yeah, I mean, it's an honour to be asked. I mean, like, we're very lazy, and we just wait for someone to ask us to do something. So something like this, yeah, definitely. And like we like brother, and we played together
I think it's twice.
twice now, yeah, and
They've been good shows.
been good gigs, but and nice people, and yeah, it's a no-brainer, like.
Yeah, we bought into it straight away as well. Good group of bands, great concept. The aesthetics cool of it. The venue's cool. Like, what's not to like?
Yeah.
But I was going to say, going back to what you said, that fella that kind of brushed you off. Do you think it was because he was just disappointed with his performance, or
It's hard to gauge, isn't it? You know, my brother said it to me today. Actually, he was like, "You should always give people the benefit of the doubt." And I'm like, "Yeah, but then it's not like he's not in a different place. He's in the venue where people have just watched him."
yeah, he was in the main bit.
Yeah.
He could have gone and sobbed somewhere else, sort of thing.
It is a good point though, because like that's what I was like after the last Boulevard.
Yeah.
gig, because I was disappointed in my
I
own
could
performance.
I could tell you were a bit disappointed.
Yeah, and
But
and then afterwards I was like, I sort of looked back and thought, why? Like you can't be acting like a dick because you're disappointed.
It is what it is. You leave it
Yeah.
on stage, don't you? You know, it is what it is.
I always call it like a 3 lamppost rule. That was always my thing of like only show how pissed off you are, or like even if you didn't enjoy something. Oh, that was amazing. That was really, really good. 3 lampposts later, yeah, I didn't like that. It's a bit shit, to be fair. But I'm not gonna. You know, he's there to play a gig with the band that he's in. No naming of names. And the whole point is that you network. If someone has decided to come up to you and say they enjoyed your set and you've never met them before, sometimes, and it's not for me to say it's a hard thing for me to do, it's really not, but it could be for someone else. That could have been a 15-year-old lad that was like, I really enjoyed that set. Oh, thanks, pal, because he's preoccupied on your phone. But the other side of me is, we could have also had some really important information that he needed to get through on his phone.
He could have just had the worst news he's ever.
Yeah, absolutely. So you have to give that benefit of the doubt also.
Yeah, just curious, because sometimes, you know, I've got this seeming cloud over my head, but I'm just thinking, you know, I'm not being a dick on purpose, although I am coming across as a dick.
Yeah,
you know, there's no two ways about it.
It's like no one wakes up to decide to be a see you next Tuesday sort of thing, and it's true, but
Some
obviously
do.
you are the pattern of you're a pattern of the choices that you make in the day, aren't they? So I do feel like as a networking tool, I'm just saying this for myself. If someone's decided to come to your gig, they've spent money.
Yeah,
Like
it made
that's
the effort
like
to
how
come
I always
down.
see it. As like I say it to the band, it's like they've decided to pay for a ticket with hard-earned cash, something they might be in a job that they absolutely hate doing, and they've decided to come and watch you just for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, and it's not that cheap these days as well, isn't it?
No,
So they
it's
must
really
have
not.
wanted to go. You know, it's not like just stumbling in there. You know,
It's a commitment. I mean, this is the great thing about putting on 4 headliners in one venue for one night only. Yeah, there we go. It is very much like 10 quid. Really, it should be 40 quid.
Yeah.
That's the way I've pitched it to close friends. It's like everyone's good enough to be charging 10 quid.
Yeah.
alone.
it is a deal. It is a bargain. You're getting
Yeah, it
like
is a
saying,
massive
like,
bargain.
A right buffet of music.
So, starting with Tom, how would you describe your band to someone who hasn't heard you before?
I'd say that we're reminiscent of a time gone by of like the late 60s, 70s sort of rock and roll music. That's what we aim to sort of not emulate, but that's what we're inspired by. I'd probably say we've got a bit more of a retro sound than a lot of bands that you hear today. I wouldn't really know how to describe it properly.
I would say it's a hodgepodge of that sort of between the 70s and 80s.
I wasn't asking you.
No, to be fair, you didn't, so I'll shut my mouth.
No, I looked at you for
Go
help.
on,
That's
Seb,
what
carry
it was. I looked at you for help. And he obliged.
Just turn my mic off.
Is there an influence that you all share within the band?
Well, I think that's it. Really, is that I think my main influence is like I would say between like 68 to 73. Rock and roll sort of, and I love blues and stuff. Like that's my influence. I think, like Seb, you have a lot of different influences. You like that stuff as well, but you have a lot of different. Same with Curtis. Like, I think you and Curtis especially are into a lot
Very
more heavier
eclectic.
stuff.
Well,
than
yeah,
I
but
am
very
as well.
very eclectic.
I think basically it's like any band. The individual members come together and you create something that is like a mix of everybody's taste.
I will say there was one collective band that we're all like in unison about, and it's Fleetwood.
Yeah.
I'd say
Well,
we're
I don't
all.
think we sound like them, well,
No,
No,
I don't think
so
that
you
was
sound
that
like
was the
them. Oh, right.
that was the question. Though,
It's the
was
same. It's the same for Red Clogs, and we don't sound like them. We all
Yeah.
love Fleetwood Mac,
Yeah.
but who doesn't? Eh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
yeah,
true.
yeah.
Especially Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac, which you do sometimes. Sound
Yeah,
like.
well,
that early that bluesy stuff that you do, like you've
Yeah.
got. I can hear some early.
Someone else said that as well at some point.
Yeah,
I always think of Credence as well. Would you?
Credence,
Clearwater.
Yeah,
like.
we
Well,
do.
that
Free,
that-
Humble
RoomTwo
Pie,
have got
like
that.
Steve Marriott, and
Am I allowed to swear on this one?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, good.
Well,
Because
Humble
RoomTwo've
Pie
got like
are
a
a fucking
70s
good
retro
band.
sound, but it's different, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of like we've definitely got aspects of like classic rock, but I'd say we're more leaning into the indie rock kind of thing at the minute. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
I get Stereophonics vibes with you guys.
Yeah, we get that
Arcade
quite
Fire.
a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, we get
Arcade Fire,
Stereophonics.
Bit
I
of
can hear
Arcade.
Arcade Fire.
We get Kings of Leon quite a bit.
Yeah.
Some of their
Yeah.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Arcade Fire, yeah.
I can hear a bit of like you got the like euphoric kind of Coldplay thing, you know. The,
Yeah, we've had that. We love a good euphoric outro.
Yeah, yeah, you got the delay. I mean, the old reverb cranked up on that.
Yeah.
And Red Clogs sound like neither of those bands.
Yeah, the
Oh,
write
that's
up
right,
we
yeah.
did on that,
Sure,
I feel like you absolutely
Well,
hated the write
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, I just say I had nothing to do with that.
funk and psychedelic now were a lot of things, but that is way down on
What
the
was
list.
it you messaged me saying? We
Like-
listened to fucking Hawkwind at
Well,
the time.
that's a bad example, really. You know?
He was like, please don't say that about us. Wasn't he? It was funny.
And then there it was, funk. Like, yeah, I mean, sure.
I feel like it's really hard to pin down your sound because I don't definitively.
It kind of sounds
'Cause
like a bad Police
There's nothing bad
tribute
about it.
band trying to play a Dream Theater song. It's we have similar interests in terms of what we like Jordan. He likes. He loves Steve Gadd at the moment,
Okay.
But, there's not much I can say about Steve Gadd apart from it's one of the all-time
Jordan
greats,
just gives me fusion drummer vibes.
Well, he's
Sort of
just
similar to
he's
your drum,
that kind of
actually,
drummer,
as
He's he loves Kate Bush, he loves John Bonham, he loves Ian Pace, he loves Neil Peart, he loves all the great, But he grew up listening to Green Day and stuff like that, and you can hear it in his playing, and I think that's and Rob, he started on the guitar, so and it was like more into like what you guys playing, like Stevie Ray Vaughan type and jazz and stuff like that, and now he's on the bass, and we just love the 80s pop music more than anything. Kate Bush and Peter Gabriel.
And we've got King Liar as well, who haven't joined us tonight because they're being lazy. I think they travel a bit further afield, don't they? So
Yeah,
but they've
they
got
do.
like they're almost on the cusp of like prog, aren't they? They've got like a
Yeah,
almost like a
and
prog
I
element
mean new
without the
material.
20-minute songs.
It's like a porcupine tree kind of
Yeah,
song based.
I think they would massively appreciate that
Yeah.
as well because they're huge fans.
I can hear a bit of porcupine tree and
Yeah,
Falls and At the Drive-In.
yeah.
yeah, they're quite big on Foo Fighters as well. You can hear that sort of those drops, those sort of breakdowns they do towards the midsection and stuff. You can hear where they change it up quite a bit. It feels very like early Foo Fighters actually, sort of. Was it Colour and the Shape?
Yeah.
Sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But they got the spacey backing going on as well, which
Yeah.
is that's like
I love the
an element
layers.
of-
Yeah, the layers.
They've got so many great layers.
Yeah, the well disciplined playing to the in ears and that.
Yeah.
It seems, the
You in ears as well?
Yeah, we've started all that now.
So it's just 2 out of 4 now. How do you find that?
It's one of them things, like, I was kind of against it at first, but once we'd done it, I was like, yeah, this is, like, so much easier. Like,
Oh, is it?
well, everyone's perfectly in time. You don't have to worry about anyone else. And also, you're not relying on the wedges, like, you're getting everyone.
I think it's good for getting everything. For me, I'm not bothered about everyone staying in time. I think everyone just follows what you're doing. I know sometimes they can play too quick, sometimes they can play a bit too slow, but I think...
Glad you didn't blame me for that.
No, but when you get it right, it's got that. It's just that natural sort of...
I know,
feel
yeah.
to
Do
it
you know what,
without the
actually?
click.
That was actually something I noticed with the supporting band last night. None of them had in ears at all, and they were playing some like raucous, like really quick songs, and I was thinking like proper hard rock, and it was a very good pace, and I was thinking fair play, because as soon as anything messes up slightly with that, it's quite hard to bring it back.
I like the danger.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I do.
I like the danger of being on the cusp of it.
The
almost all
tightrope
falling
sort
apart.
of.
Yeah.
Is there not the danger of coming off the click though as well?
That's a
There is, but you get back in on the one if you do, like, you know where you're at.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
I think there's positives and negatives for both, isn't there? I reckon. Holly did it when she was
Oh, did she?
with Andrew. The
Andrew
other day.
Cushing.
She had him on, and she said, I think she said it was a faff.
Of course she did.
But that it was helpful being able to hear everything.
Yeah.
Because but I think the click was distracting. Even though she's
The
doing
thing is, they will do when you're not used to it, I suppose.
Yeah.
So I think you were saying that, weren't you?
yeah, we've done it. I think we've done it twice, and then our last two have been like at smaller venues. We just played live and went with it. So depends on the venue and the setting, but yeah, there is, like you say, there's benefits. And
Yeah.
We noticed that. We did a festival last year, and there was a. Do you remember? I'm not naming any festival names, but it was one in Widnes at the Snig.
Narrows it down there, doesn't it?
We didn't say the festival name, just saying it out there. But there was a band that were on before us that were from Europe, and they were sound checking. I'm not even joking, for like 40 minutes, just because the drummer needed. He was on his snare, wasn't he, for like easily 15 minutes, and I'm thinking, how fucking long does it take to get a snare sorted? And then he'd be moving around the kit, and then he was on the tom for ages, and I'm thinking, this is all for in-ears. It was a tiny venue, wasn't it? It was like
It was one of
the
the
stage
smallest
was
venues
probably
we've
like
played,
from there to there, and it was probably out to here, and I'm thinking, just play live.
It's partially
Why?
why I'd never really bothered with them, because there's more shit to go wrong for
Yeah.
me, you know. I don't really like having a lot of pedals on the floor, but I'm kind of
I have noticed
kind
that,
of a
but I
slave to them.
think
They-
it works so well.
Yeah, but I bet, you know, if you've seen it a few times, haven't
Yeah.
you? The pedal board would just be getting smaller and smaller until it's just a fucking lead into the amp. But I'm a slave to delay pedal sometimes, you know. But can I just ask, what have you got in your mix, in your ears? Personally, like click. You got a click.
click, yeah, click everyone, everything,
Just
basically, that's me,
everything, yeah. Because I know some people just say, "Oh, I'll just have the bass and the snare." You know?
No, just a little bit of everything.
Do you lose some of the live feel when is it not sort of takeaways the
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
part of my-
That's
part of my.
We played the
worry
O2
with it.
Academy in Liverpool, and it was like pretty much packed out, like 1,000 there maybe, and you couldn't really. You had to take it out between songs to hear the crowd.
That's-
So,
that is
The
part of
romance
my
is
worry.
gone, isn't it?
yeah. But
Yeah,
then
that's what I'm afraid
we
of,
played
you know.
fucking great. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Swings around.
The
that's it.
product was
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the trade-off, innit? But
Yeah, you can't be as loose, can you? Or I don't know.
I think it depends what kind of band you are as
Yeah.
well, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Because
Yeah.
some bands thrive off that sort of that looseness, and some bands
I think-
want to be.
Because
right
sometimes
on
you go and see a band and you can tell they're just playing by from a
Yeah.
click, and it's just so
it. Like a band I
rigid.
think of is the Faces with Rod Stewart. Like what I love about them is that it felt like it could fall apart at any minute, but they were always just holding it.
well, it's that
together.
like push and pull in it, and like
Yeah.
tension and release, and
And I love that sort of
Yeah.
thing. But it's just.
It is each their own.
It's
and
different tastes for
Yeah.
bands, isn't it?
it's the human element, and as soon as you take that out, you're kind of like, ooh, something's missing big time, you know.
Yeah.
And,
I feed very much off looking at a lot of people as well. Like we did the Anfield gig yesterday, and because we have a little residency there, playing like little cover gigs on match days, and I just stare at people all the time, and I like zone. That's my like flow state in a way. I like stare at people. I'm not just like just like glaring at people, but I enjoy that aspect of it. And I think if I had a click in my ear, I think I'd probably end up being a bit like honing in,
Concentrating on that too
honing
much,
into
yeah,
that sort of thing.
well, I think the trick is if you can't hear it, you're in time. If you can't hear it, something's wrong. You know, it's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you just have to let go and let the click.
That's why
take
you don't know until you
Yeah.
try, do you?
No. This
Are you
would
going
my
to try?
first toke.
Seems like there's some kind of backing tracks on the horizon here for.
There's not.
Now, what do you say?
I say yes, Andrew. I say yes. No, I do feel like there would be a lot of benefit to it, but I mean, we try and keep our songs the same as what they're recorded as they are live. So as soon as we started, if say for instance in the future we started adding like multi layers, there would have to probably be a conversation to be had then. But
but if anyone should be extending parts of the songs and going off on extended solos, it's Brother. You know, it's that kind of bluesy, you know, like just see what happens kind of thing. I think personally,
licensed, like that sort of jam band.
Yeah,
So the Sheepdogs did that last night. Oh no, everyone's
Can't-
going to find out. Everyone's going to find out the support act now.
Like the Sheepdogs remind me a lot. They sound a lot like the Allman Brothers band, I think.
Yeah,
and,
in ways.
And they were like that, like
Yeah.
very sort of just go on forever.
Well,
doing-
commercially, a lot of their songs. So, say for instance, I picked out like Scarborough Street Fight, one of the more like sort of notable songs. It ended up being like a 7 or 8 minute song because the middle section, Ricky, the lead guitarist, it just went off on one, and then because they trade. You and the lead singer is the guitarist as well. They just keep trading. So he'd do a lick, he'd do a lick, he'd do a lick, and they just carried on going. But they just kept going higher and higher to the point where it just sort of exploded. Then they'd bring it back. But in the track, it's just steady the whole way through.
you've got The Song Remains the Same, haven't you? The Led Zeppelin film. You've seen that?
Oh,
Never seen it? Well, you should watch it.
Yeah.
That's your homework.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, you're a rock and roll, but you've never seen that film.
No, I didn't even know it was a thing.
Yeah, well, they do Dazed and Confused in it. It's Madison Square Garden, and that's
I've seen this.
tw-
I was a
20
kid. My dad
25
used-
minutes long. Yeah, it's
My dad was obsessed with it when I was
no
a kid.
no quarter. That's a good 15 minutes. But yeah, for essential view, and like you listen to any live album from a bluesy type band,
Oh yeah.
Free or Deep Purple,
Yeah. Well, Ian Pace is
Is it?
my man. So
Chef's Kiss.
Yeah.
Deep
Yeah.
Purple's my favourite.
yeah.
band.
So go back to the rock and roll circuits. Do you think there's a market for this now? With the, where 4 bands go out together and sort of do like a mini tour.
I think it's all down to how much you support each other. I mean, we've spoke about it on the podcast before. Like indie music is a very big thing within the UK, and I would even say it's the epicenter of it is where we are right now. Really, when you've got an indie rock band, a sort of classic rock band, a prog and an alt rock band, there's a good mixture of sort of plethora of sounds for everyone there. But it all depends on how commercial that is, really. Indie is incredibly marketable and commercial right now. The 3 all sit semi within a sort of niche bracket. So it doesn't mean they're not commercial, it just means they're not at the top of the pecking order, really. So I do think there is legs in that.
There's
I
always
mean-
a need for good guitar-based music, though, isn't there?
Absolutely,
and
and it seems
that
like
covers a
it's-
lot of genres. That's from jazz to metal. It's guitars and kits and
Yeah.
that instrumentation that we have. So
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember how many months ago it was now, but I saw people talking about how there's an absence of bands, and I'm like, there's not an absence
There's-
of
there's
bands
too many.
at all. There's too many, but there's also not a platform for them, which I find fascinating with the amount of money that's been invested now, weirdly, into the MVT. So I do feel like it's only one big artist deciding to do this type of thing that sort of sets the trend for it, really.
more now than ever, it's a labour of love.
Yeah,
you're
I'd
right.
agree with that.
But like I said, there's so many bands and there's so many artists. Everybody's back in the day, the ones that were huge household names from 50 years ago. There was a handful of them around, So and people were on the lookout for them, and people were willing to pay for their what they're offering, and that ship sailed.
Yeah, now it's like not another bloody band.
Well, yeah. So that's kind of it. And it's like not another band. So if I'm going to watch them, they better be good. They better have something worth. They better not be another same old. Well, that's fair, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I think everybody should. Because you end up just recycling. Just recycling, and then you're a cover band without even realising it.
Absolutely. I do feel like it has been a bit of a cycle, really, over the last 10 years within at the top of the food chain with music. Anyway, feels like it's a lot of similar sounds that are just presented.
Sort of record companies are playing it safe, sort of thing.
Absolutely. I mean, where do you start with that? I mean, theatres are playing it safe.
Yeah.
the money isn't the same though, is it? So people,
Yeah,
people
you've
were
got to
playing
be
it
a bit
safe
more
when they had a lot of
cautious
money to
with
throw
that.
around, and now they don't. They're really playing it safe, not taking any risks.
So we've got 3 guitarists in the room. Are we bringing anything special to the Academy gig? You attempted to buy any?
Well,
pedals
I'll be
or-
bringing a guitar.
guitar and amp, that'll do you.
Might get some new in-ears.
No, it's the same amp I've used for every Red Clogs gig, probably for all you gear nuts. No, the expensive old ones are bad on my back. So
Very heavy, aren't they?
yeah, and you get all kinds of problems with the noise and that.
I've never understood why guitarists don't have like backpacks for their amps.
Because it would break our backs.
Yeah, have you picked one up?
To be fair, I haven't. I should probably try that before. I'm just thinking about like kits. I mean, when I'm trolling that big beast around, but as soon as you get straps and put it on your back, hey, it's game changing.
Well, you can carry my amp to the next gig, and then we'll have
We'll try it. We'll try that.
Well, you got like a Fender Twin or something, haven't you?
No, I've got Princeton.
Oh right, well that's not too bad. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
so
still heavy though.
It is heavy, but it's on the lighter side.
I've just got a solid state, me, a Fender Champ, but does the job.
Yeah, that's what
Bang on, man.
Danny's got.
Yeah.
For the guitarist.
Duffy he used to have an EC30 that weighed a ton.
Yeah, they're so heavy.
But now he's changed it to a Blues.
Blues Junior, is it?
It's not a Blues Junior. What is it?
DeVille.
DeVille. Yeah.
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 They're
It's
heavy.
still heavy, but
Yeah.
the EC30 was next
Yeah,
level.
it's
It was a
ridiculous.
2-man
On the
job.
side of it,
Yeah,
it's
I
ridiculous.
might bring the Marshall. I was thinking about bringing the Marshall. What we record with, but it kind of lives in Gaz's studio, and I want to give it back to him because he looks after it and stops the dust forming on it. But it's how long's the set? How long's the sets?
30, no. Yeah, 30, 35, 40.
I'm just going to bring Old Faithful, the old boss. Yeah, Old Faithful. Done
That was
every-
also a thing that we were really conscious of as well, wasn't it? Because originally it was like 30, 30, 30, 45. And it was like, no. It's like want everyone as close as we can to the limit without it taking the piss of like 37 and a half minutes each or something like that. It's like one, yeah. Yeah, it's an awkward one with that, I suppose, isn't it? 40 minutes, 35 minutes, 30, double 30.
What's the deal with merch in there?
For Academy or yourself?
No, Academy. Like, can we sell merch in there?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
set up your own tables. That's
Yeah.
something that obviously we'll speak about off the podcast. But everyone, like, I think if we all set up our own stalls at the side of each other, and we should have.
Oh,
quite
but
a-
where you come in Academy 3, like behind the
It must
bar
have been
bit.
main doors downstairs.
Oh,
when
right,
we've done
right.
it before. We've seen, because they're quite heavy on a curfew there.
Are they?
Yeah, and everyone has to be out of the room by 11. And I
Right.
was packing my kit away last time, and the guy was just like, "Yeah, can you get off stage?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just sorting." He was like, "No, stop talking. Can you just get off the stage?"
Oh, so they want the stage cleared
Yeah.
by 11.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. What time?
They're
What,
really strict.
They're
on
really
it.
strict.
so what time doors and that?
Doors are
seven,
half
isn't it?
7, yeah.
First band.
Not sure yet. Not been given the times. I'm thinking it'll be around 8:15 though.
All right.
Yeah.
And
There goes the extended guitar solos.
I'll leave the old violin bar at home. Tell Rob to leave that theremin too.
20-minute sediment solo.
I'm down for that.
Oh, you better tell Holly she's not having that tambourine solo.
There should be going.
She's learnt all them new licks. A new chord.
So obviously the indie scene's big, but do you guys see a lot more sort of, bands that are outside that scene? There seems to be a lack to me of, those niche bands. It is very indie driven, isn't it, locally? It seems like up north, like towards Preston way, it's a bit more rock. Around here, it's very indie. I can't think of many bands outside of you guys.
I think punk's really starting to make a massive resurgence now.
Who do you know is punk?
As in, do I know any bands?
Yeah.
No, I'm just noticing it within the scene. Just I don't know any punk bands myself.
No, I mean like punk bands around here. That's what I mean. Or do you mean it's just something you're hearing a lot in general?
I'm just seeing a lot of like
Yeah, there has
movement
been
within,
especially Liverpool way, I think.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, there's the metal scene's changing quite a lot through Liverpool now. That's starting to get a real big resurgence. And punk bands, really. I'm seeing quite a lot of bands doing well.
Around Wigan, like
Yeah.
Rob Ferris will tell you,
Right, yeah.
So I started out.
Yeah, like his band Gunpowder Plot.
Yep.
My old band and stuff like that. And about metal as well, there's a good band called Avarice. There's a good band called Strain from Bolton. There's Former Babies. And the Former Babies were like a punk prog. They were like No Effects and Dream Theater. And they were my. I used to walk around and say they're my favourite band. And they just fizzled. And there's loads of them in Wigan.
Well, that's it. I suppose there are a lot of them. It's just that they're not as popular.
Not as prominent.
Not as commercial.
Yeah, well,
they're still commercial, but they're just not given as much limelight. I see that with Amel and the Sniffers. They're doing really, really. They're getting so much like popularity. And looking at used to be.
They have a USP though, don't they? A unique selling point.
They do. They do. Slaves, if not, they're called soft play now. You know, they've been around for quite a few years, but they had a massive resurgence, didn't they? When changed the name, and which is actually, if anything, sort of pushed punk music a bit higher, because they were called the Slaves, or just Slaves. And now they're called soft play. Mm-hmm. So name change for
yeah. Yeah, I was listening to one of their songs. I liked it, but it kind of sounded like two songs playing at once. I can't remember what it was.
Two-piece band.
Oh no, I'm not thinking. I'm thinking of something different.
Yeah, it's just two pieces. Was it? There was Slaves and there was Slaves with capitals, so they have to change the names.
With the drummer who stands up.
Yes.
I know. Yeah. Your brother loves it.
I think they changed it for political reasons.
Yeah.
Didn't they? Yeah, I seen a tweet from them saying they didn't feel comfortable having that name anymore.
And they got a lot of hate from their own fans, being like, it's the worst name change for a band I've ever heard.
It looks like he can handle himself, though, that fella on the
drummer.
drums.
Yeah. Just plays this top off the whole time. And it's the most punk thing ever, isn't it? If you're a punk drummer and you're playing with your top on, you're not a punk drummer, are you?
The way he plays, it looks like his top's just disintegrated.
Yeah. Burnt off.
Just fizzle.
If you could swap set list with one of the other bands on the night, which would it be?
Oh.
Would I have to play the music?
I was thinking that.
Because I think I'll retire.
It's hard enough playing Red
That's
Clogs.
what I mean. It's like the stuff I play isn't complicated at all. I reckon you guys would be all right with it, but I don't think I'd be comfortable with your stuff. I think I'd struggle.
Yeah, we'll do Brothers set, which leaves them to do our set at the end, you know.
I don't know if I can do some of Jordan's stuff, man.
I reckon we could do a good swap with Brother.
Yeah.
I reckon we could cope.
Yeah.
Ish. I don't know.
We're not going to all get on stage together at the end of a big jamboree like they do at the...
Considered
Dirty match.
What tune?
We Are the World.
Could you just thankful you didn't say Jude, mate.
We could do a blues though at the end.
We could do something, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Everyone on the
Get off stage. It's 10 to 11. Get off.
How many amps? We don't have enough mics.
16 people around one mic.
So
all
would
covered
you
in
guys be
spit.
up for taking this like further if it took off? Would you?
I think we'll keep it at the one just for now,
Yeah,
Trelf,
but if
and
it-
just see how that goes. I would like to. I mean, my original plan was everyone headline. I think I remember sending this to yourself, Lou. It was four. There was four, so everyone in one area would headline their own. So there was going to be four. So it'd been Liverpool for RoomTwo. It'd have been either sort of Wigan, Preston area for ourselves, or Red Clogs, and then Manchester or ourselves again. Then for.
Well, we would have done Atherton. You know, the Snug.
Oh yeah, you could have done the Snug as well.
Because like me and Jordan are from Atherton, and Rob
I
is
never
like
thought
an
about that.
honorary
And then
Athertonian.
speak to Rachel about that. Rachel Flaschek.
Great venue.
Yes, it's a very good venue.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's something potentially for the future. If we'll see how this one gets on. I mean,
So get your tickets, guys.
yeah. We'll just see how that one goes. But I think the big one for me, really, which is nothing to do with the music, is actually like the green room, sort of having the sort of the chance to chill out with each other and have a beer and
I
stuff
didn't
like
even
that.
think about that. Like, because
No.
normally you're in a
No one
room
does.
with people who
You don't know.
don't know, and no one's. You're all
Yeah.
in your own little corners and stuff. It'd be nice to have
Yeah.
a group of people and hang
That
out.
you're actually familiar with. And
Yeah.
Be good.
Yeah.
That.
I mean, we've not spent much time with RoomTwo, but they're going to be sick of us after that. night. More so than me, Luke already is. But I do want to do maybe that full version. I think it'd be really, really cool. Travelling road. That's the circus dream, really, of it. You know, take it to Liverpool, take it to Preston, and maybe at the Ferret or Continental or
Yeah,
something.
the
somewhere
Ferret
like
sounds
that.
good, yeah.
Ferret's an awesome audio by the captain. We'll speak to him about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
you
he
know,
was
maybe
really
the
nice.
Snug, or maybe in Manchester somewhere, or maybe even Boulevard. But yeah, I think it'd be really cool.
Where else is there in Wigan?
Fucking nowhere now, and they've just what were we talking about the other week? Where they've changed the Independence. That's got no. Well, it's not
that's,
Independence.
that's always changing that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not even Basque.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Is it gone already?
It's gone
We
already.
still Alex in there when it first opened.
And that was the thing that I.
last
If you're
before.
listening, by the way, you came over here and you made it exclusive for bigger bands and never did out for the smaller bands. Thanks very much.
I think the Snug's a good shout. The
Yeah.
Snug, because
Yeah. I just think stuff like what we've got going on here with Boulevard. If the old courts have had that revamp, that's an unreal venue to play in. And now the Irish Bar is across the road.
Oh yeah.
Got no chance for that. I don't even know what's it called.
I want to say Flanagan's. I don't know.
Flanagan's, O'Malley's.
Yeah, one of them. We're going to have some fun questions now.
Oh, it's been fun up to now.
No, these are funner.
Oh my god.
Funner.
So we'll start with Luke. If there's a song on the radio, is there a song that you have to turn the radio off when you hear it?
Anything by Taylor Swift.
Oh, really?
You just unleashed.
Go on.
Hellfire.
There's the thumbnail. There's your clicks.
That one's all right of us. It sounds like I'm too sexy.
The one that sounds like all the rest of her songs.
No, this one sounds like I'm too sexy. You know that.
Oh yeah, another one.
Yeah, I think she had to give him some money. You know.
All right.
Yeah. Rightfully so. Yeah. It sounds good because it sounds like.
Yeah, it sounds like someone else.
How about you, Tom?
I'm trying to think now. There's probably quite a lot. To be honest. I'd probably just won't put the radio on.
It's too mainstream.
Mine's definitely that Mariah Carey one that plays every
Christmas.
year.
The Christmas one.
Yeah. What's it called? What is it? What's it
All I want
called?
for Christmas is you.
We were going to cover that as well.
We actually rip those in ears.
No.
Is that your choice?
That was my choice, by the way.
Better than my choice. I don't even have a choice. So I don't.
If
I,
it,
honestly
I was
don't know.
expecting maybe within our own genre. Fucking hell, that'd have been a hard one, wouldn't it? Something within your sort of own genre that you'd have to turn off.
Do you know, just some songs I just have to turn off.
What's yours?
What's yours?
I'm going to get slated for this now. Bohemian Rhapsody.
Really?
Yeah. I hate Queen.
It is.
Well, no, I mean, you saying that you're turning off Bohemian Rhapsody is one thing, and then saying you hate Queen is something completely different.
out there.
What's that one
Jesus.
that goes, I'm the god of hellfire, and I bring you...
Oh, Crazy World of Arthur Brown.
That fucks me off.
Whoa! Well, that's one of my all-time favourites. Well, Jesus.
We can see you falling out here.
No, you just we're
Can't wait for that
doing
green
it on the
room now.
20th. We're doing it on the. We've been looking for a cover to do. Yeah.
So at least we can expect a Mariah Carey song on the night.
Oh, no. Do you know what it is? It's that we've not even made it anything about this like Christmas related. So if
on
I
Black
hear
Friday
anything
as
like
well,
that,
isn't it?
fume. I proper do my head in that.
Crazy World of Arthur Brown. Talking about that. I can't believe you don't like that song.
Yeah. No, I've just
Yeah,
never
just-
been a fan.
Come on,
That's shocks me, that.
it's your choice now. What would you?
If something comes on that I despise, I'd probably keep it on and just keep
Oh, you're one of
critiquing
those,
it.
are you?
And let me tell you why it's crap. No, I'll give anything a chance, and you know, if there's something that I've heard that I hate, and it comes on again, I'm like, let's see, you know, let's really see why I hate it. You know?
Deconstruct why you hate
Yeah,
it.
let's really see
Yeah,
why I hate
that's
it.
fair
Because
comment.
there's stuff that I've thought I've despised, and years later I've thought, you know what, I was wrong. I was
That was me with Led Zeppelin.
Really?
Yeah, the whole of the band. You know,
It's personal preference. You know, you don't like Queen, you didn't like Led Zeppelin.
didn't my dad? I think it's because I resented my dad for a bit of time when I was younger.
Getting deep this.
Luke,
It's a podcast, not therapy.
Luke, I've not even started yet. He's played it all the time, so it was just like I just got resentful of Led. It genuinely was. It was like every single week he'd have the same DVD on, and I'd be like, "Surely it's fucking boring." By
Well,
now.
yeah, I mean, if it's the same fucking songs over and over, then yeah,
It
you might
was.
resent them for that
I
reason.
can see those when Bonham was doing all that stuff without the he was hand panning it.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I love it now. At
You
35.
appreciate it now.
I love the stuff that my parents listened to, but I probably only picked up on the stuff that I liked that they were listening to. So the shit I filtered out, hopefully. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
But it was quite, you know, it wasn't just one song over and over again. You know, does your dad, is he a devotee to Zeppelin?
Oh, yeah, he's obsessed.
Is he?
Yeah.
That'll do it then, won't it?
He's got a not Spandau Ballet. Who's he obsessed with at the moment?
Spandau Ballet, great band.
What's that Manchester band that? Oh, it's good.
Joy Division.
No. Go on, name another one.
So Roses.
Oh, we'll be here forever.
Happy Mondays. Bloom.
They've
New
got
Order.
Like, they were like, yeah,
Oh,
New
New
Order.
Order, yeah.
It's New Order. Yeah, fucking
Joy,
hell.
Joy Division became New Order.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant band. New Order. Yeah, it's funny you should
but-
mention that. New Order was the first. Like when I was robbing my dad's CDs when I was younger, I robbed what was it? Blue Monday, and that was the first tune that I put on. Just sat there with the headphones on. I was like, again.
I love Blue Monday.
Yeah.
I'll give you that, but everything else.
Zeppelin can fuck off.
So much. Like surely, like 15 times in same song. Go on, Tom. I feel like you've not said yours.
You swerved it.
He did swerve it. I was
No,
acknowledging
because
it.
we asked this question. Someone asked me this in the band as well, and I had the same answer. It's like I don't know.
The
Until I
diplomatic
hear it and
answer.
Go, I hate this. I can't really think because I avoid them. I spend my time avoiding them. So I know it seems like a cop out, but I genuinely don't know. I'll do better on the next question.
So you guys play all over the Northwest. What's your favourite town to play?
Wigan.
I'd say Wigan. I mean, there's not much selection of venues.
Atherton, Preston, they're all like this.
Considering there's so many bands in Wigan.
Yeah, I know. It's just
Like, so
Frust-
many
I-
bands.
it's frustrating that there's not enough
Yeah.
venues. Hopefully, that's going to change with stuff that seems to be on the horizon with other venues around this area. I mean, I would like to see the investment put into Old Courts. I really think if Wigan bands haven't played there, or even bands that are local to this area that are a bit more on the outskirts, sort of like yourselves as well.
What's going on with that place? Do you know what we were meant to play there? And then they emailed us saying the roof's fell in, so it's closing.
Was that when you just got together?
Yeah.
It's mental, because we had Tom Jones on the other week, and he was saying that it doesn't look like
Not
they're going to
the
get
Tom
in.
Jones.
I was thinking.
This podcast has got some reach.
It's not unusual. But he was saying that there's no investment, is there? Like they fell through so many times. I mean, fucking hell. If Wigan Council listen to this, please just select me on part of your arts and culture community for the.
He's desperate.
I just need to sort something out. The
the
drama
bands are
school's gone. The galleries have gone. All courts have
But
gone.
what's that guy's name? Is he the Quentish Show on Earth?
Yeah, Quaintest Show on Earth. Yeah.
I did a gig with him the other day, a charity
Oh, yeah.
gig. Yeah. He has a capo that's like a shark.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Danny's got one in
It was-
his
it was-
crocodile.
He said he had one of them. He was flexing about the
you got
crocodile.
Luke?
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't even got one. I lose it every time we play.
Yeah, this is my capo. No, I saw this like brass shark on the floor. I'm like, what's this? This is cool.
The only thing I could think of that a drummer could flex on is something like his beater on his pedal or something like that.
I mean, there's loads of little trinkets a drummer can get, the airhead gloves and the
That knocks me sick.
stool.
That
with
genuinely
the,
knocks me sick.
oh, you don't like that?
No. That just reminds me of someone like
The pulsating,
like Motley Crue or something like that.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Tommy, is it Tommy Lee?
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
yeah.
But coming back to your question, if we had more than Boulevard at the moment, that Irish bar that's opened up, I genuinely feel if we had a few more places, this town it's not far off like its own little mini festival, really.
Yeah.
It needs a few more
Certainly enough
venues.
bands.
There used to be one, Hay Hall. You know,
They
it used
did,
to be
but as in the town
Just bring that
centre.
Yeah. Get
If you
Hay
had,
Hall
I mean,
singing.
we've got Fat Bird, but it seems a bit more exclusive to sort of either private functions or private bands or stuff that's going on. I don't know why that's sort of closed off to even bands like ourselves who wanted to put like a night on there. I know Maxwell Vary's playing there.
Yeah.
For his EP launch, I
Yeah.
think it is. Shout out to Max, great lad. But I just wish there was more venues.
Yeah, and
to
there's
be
not
honest.
the step up, is there, from, you know, the Boulevard's great, but then there's no step up for the bands to go to the next level, bring someone bigger in.
Yeah, there used to
local
be
bands to
like
support.
the one, you know, Nirvana around the back, you know, where
Oh, yeah. Lux.
yeah, but there used to be old Lux where I think the Grand Arcade is now.
Right.
But that's like way back, you know. But yeah, there used to be like we used to get on supporting. Like I remember supporting Sixth there. Remember, you know, Sixth.
Yeah.
And lots of bands had come through. Skindred played there.
Cigarette.
Yeah.
Cigarette played there years ago.
Yeah.
American band.
I saw Folds there. There, and I didn't even know it was a gig. It was just like, you know, and it was like club night at Nirvana. And I was looking down, and this band were playing, and I remember they were facing each other, the two guitarists and singers, and I was like, these are fucking incredible. And years later, I found out it was Falls. And they
I
were,
actually found out that Arctic Monkeys played there.
oh yeah, they
years
did.
ago.
Yeah. They played at the Tavern. Yeah,
That's mental. That.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's happened to another one, isn't it?
Yeah, Tavern's
you know,
another
he played at
one
the
that's
Tavern, The Crazy World of Arthur Brown, and he played.
He can go fuck himself.
He played Fire twice. Apparently, Rob's brother was there. Yeah. I'm not like. And, I'm telling you,
Listen,
either it was them. Either it was Crazy World of Arthur Brown played there and played Fire twice, or Focus played and they played Hocus Pocus twice. I can't remember what it was.
It's bait this. I'm not having it.
I just can't get. What's your problem with that song?
But
I'll listen to Taylor Swift.
So with RoomTwo, you guys more Liverpool based. I would
Yeah.
say. You seem to go down really well there.
Yeah, defo Liverpool for us. Obviously, there's loads of venues. We get the best crowd there. And what you're saying about Wigan then not having a step up, it's the opposite in Liverpool. Like, there's 40 cap venues or there's 2,000 cap
Yeah.
venues. Like, you can,
Nothing in the middle.
yeah.
Yeah, that is a shame. We need to jump on a gig with you guys really at some point. You head it up and we'll just come and support you guys. I think that's something that we don't do enough of, really, do we?
Well, we've not really ventured into Liverpool
We've
much,
not.
have we?
I think we've done 2 venues.
Liverpool is like, it always seems like the place to be musically as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's definitely booming at the minute. Like, there's loads of young bands that are doing well for themselves in the city.
Yeah, it feels like it's a good place that we've done a lot of Manchester now, haven't we? Really, I feel like there's only the sort of more notable venues, probably like 3 or 4 that we haven't played now, and there's a lot. And yeah, Liverpool's something we need to tap into. Leeds as well, actually. We'd love to tap into Leeds.
Do you think RoomTwo will go further afield, or do you like just playing to your sort of home crowd in Liverpool?
No, we do want to spread our wings a bit, like, but it's getting the opportunities in it. Like,
Yeah.
how can you say to a promoter in wherever, London or something, that we're definitely going to sell 100 tickets? Like, you haven't got a clue, really.
I think that is what is wrong with the modern way it works as bands. It's like if you back yourselves and you know that you're a good live outfit, why shouldn't you have the chance to just go and play somewhere? It's like, yeah, but how many followers you got? Yeah, but how many people are going to sell tickets to? It's like, how's about gives a fucking chance?
Yeah,
You know, how do
yeah.
bands start? Do you know what I mean? Like, there could be 40 people at a venue. 20 people might be like, I've not heard anyone like this for years.
I've
I'd love
noticed
to
that
listen
on-
to these.
That's basically how we got anywhere at all. It's just that, just stealing other people's audiences.
Nothing wrong with that.
Have you done that Parish in Huddersfield? We've done that one. That
No.
seems like a good. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I think we had Madam Claude in the other week, and they played. They
Battle of Bands there.
I think they do loads of stuff there.
Yeah.
Well, I think Rob's tried to get us on there. I think, and but yeah, it's just Stockport. It's all right.
Yeah,
Stockport's
Blossoms.
good for,
Yeah, he's good.
Tiny though.
Yeah,
Tiny. We feel like because there's 5 of us. I don't know if you're fine with it. To
Yeah,
be fair,
yeah,
3-piece, 4-piece, and a 4-piece. I think as soon as it goes past 4, it feels a
you
bit.
feel a bit cramped. Yeah.
Does a bit, and it feels bad on Holly sometimes because she's very much like stuck. And if you've got a tambourine and you sing, you want to be able to explore a bit.
I
know Curtis is taking up a lot of the space.
I
because he
saw the
loves-
cable get caught on the headstock at the last gig, and I thought she was going to wrap it around your fucking neck, mate. I saw the headstock of the cable going up, and the head, and
It's always a danger. It's always a danger that could happen.
Yeah, there's some venues that are absolutely tiny. Blossoms is tiny.
sounds good though. I like it. It's cozy.
it
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
It's a
And
great, it's a great venue, actually.
Yeah.
It's just too small. It's like someone's front room, isn't it?
Well, it is.
Yeah.
It pretty much
Yeah,
is.
it is.
Someone's
Yeah,
front
yeah.
room.
It's,
They've just knocked a wall through.
yeah. John's well good though. He's good guy.
And
good
you've
guy.
done Grand
Yeah.
Central, haven't you?
Yeah.
We've not done Grand
Yeah,
Central.
yeah.
Yeah, we
Grand-
No, as in since the change, as in
Leaf.
since Leaf.
Oh yeah,
Stage.
Leaf do it now. Yeah.
right.
The Castle's good. I've done that one.
Yeah, I played Castle a few times.
That's a shallow stage. Really shallow. How do you
Yeah,
get
it's
on?
very
wide,
shallow.
but,
Yeah. I brought my mini kit for that, didn't I?
Yeah.
Castle's the one with the gorgeous sort of ornate
yeah.
sort of
Oh,
ceiling.
Yeah.
That's
Rises
somewhere
up.
for you guys
Yeah.
to definitely check out.
Yeah, John Scanlon, good man.
Yeah. And Gulliver's across the road.
Not played that. I played that years ago. Do they do? Who does the promotion there?
I'm not sure, I don't know.
Because I've
Part of a group like that
is it?
own a few. Yeah.
well, I've messaged a few venues, and they're like, "Oh, you need to message the promoter." I'm like, "Who's the promoter?" And then you message the promoter like, "We'll see. We'll get back to you," or whatever.
Do you feel a bit of gatekeeping sometimes? Anyway.
So back to Rock and Roll Circus. Can you remind us when it is and how much tickets are, Seb?
Mad Friday.
Mad Friday, 20th of December, Manchester Academy 3, doors at 7:30. Yeah,
Come
tickets.
and see King Liar, RoomTwo, Brother, and Red Clogs.
Yeah,
Some of the finest bands around for
Yeah.
just a tenner.
just
Just
a tenner.
a tenner. That's
Just
a
a
bargain.
tenner.
That is a bargain.
And we've got
Shame on
some-
you if you don't.
Shame on me.
Shame on me. I'm saying shame on anyone
Yeah,
who
shame
says
on
who
those
turns their nose up at that. That's some quality live music for a low
It is.
price.
It really, really is.
You can't even get a Mackey's for a tenner now.
£2.50 a band when you put it like that.
You
You know,
£2.50 a band.
that's crazy. And how much is it to see?
I'm not splitting it among members.
No. Right, who's the biggest band in the world now? How much does it cost to see them?
Oof.
Who's the
Sold for
I was
I mean,
going to
she's
say
a-
Luke's favourite, Taylor Swift, but she's not a band.
Well, Oasis were like 150 quid, weren't it, for
Yeah,
example?
there you
is that how much it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
And then you've got my uncle saying, I seen them for a fiver in 1984. So, in other words, be my uncle and just pay the fiver and go now.
Yeah, but you only used to earn a tenner back then, though, didn't you? A week. Things that it's like,
Have your wages gone.
that age old thing. But yeah, no, it's not that at all. It's fucking exploitation. It's
Yeah, it is.
well, isn't it? You know, I remember
I mean-
Oh, yeah, totally.
yeah.
Sam Fender, he's playing next weekend. This weekend? Is it this weekend? Yeah, and that was 90 odd quid a ticket, I think. For every ticket that's
I
sold,
love Sam
quid
Fender.
goes to the MVT. Katy Perry as well. That was a
Yeah.
random one.
Yeah.
Talk about trying to be,
Jump
you
on
know,
the,
trying to be relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Katie. I know you're listening to this.
I like Sam Fender, and everything he does is fair. And if he's looking for a guitar player, I'll move to Newcastle.
So go check out Rock and Roll Circus, 20th of December. Hit the link. It's be on Brothers. It'll be on everyone's
Yeah,
socials,
yeah.
I would think.
Links
Yeah.
everywhere.
Get yourself down, see some top quality music. Maybe a Christmas cover thrown in. Maybe not.
Maybe not. Mariah Carey. Definitely not.
On that note, bye.